Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you a scrapbook process video using a sketch and Simple Stories Simple Vintage North Pole. This is the sketch that I wanted to use. It's the January 4th sketch 2021 by Lottie Loves Paper. As you can see, this is the Simple Vintage North Pole I've got in front of me. I really love the sticker page and the cutter parts. I think they're so useful. And that's what I've decided to use for this sketch. As you can see, I've printed the sketch and I've got it in the top left of the screen just to actually remind me what I was inspired by originally, and I'm going to keep referring back to that. So the 2x2 sheet, I'm going to cut up a lot of those so that I can actually see where they fit in. I also do the same with the sticker sheet, as you can see me doing now. I find that if I cut out the stickers with the back on, I can actually move them around until I find their right place for them. And I tend to do that with all stickers. It makes the remaining ones look a little bit dog-eared, but it's just the way I tend to work. So I'm having a good look now at different bits, making sure I don't miss anything out. If you can see the photograph, you'll find I look a little bit like Santa, or at least my stomach does. Really random. My husband and I went to town just before Christmas, and there was this circle that you could actually climb inside, and obviously for photo opportunities. I'm sure it was designed for children, not adults, but actually there was nobody around, so we took advantage, and in fact we both climbed in and had our photos taken. It was just a bit of fun, and it actually made a boring trip into town a lot more fun. Certainly made us smile anyway. So here I'm just moving things around, trying to find where I want them to go, obviously bearing in mind the sketch at the top left. I was thinking of adding the journaling to the 3x4 cut apart card that I've added there, but I find it difficult, as you'll find as you see me moving things around repeatedly, to actually find a place for everything. I don't really know why this is. Maybe it was because I was tired, maybe it's because I was trying to rigidly stick to the sketch. I carry on trying to place things in the right position, and as you see I try to back it with something just to see if I can tie all the colours together, and I went and made a cup of tea and I came back and I started again. I don't know whether this ever happens to you, that things turn out differently. So if you look at the sketch in the top left hand corner, I've turned it, and this makes all the difference for me. So now I'm working across the page. As you can see, I've also printed another photograph, this time of my husband in the same ornament as me, as he was there, and I took his picture. So now I'm back to placing bits that I'd cut out before around the photographs, and I seem much happier. Sometimes it's worth walking away and coming back to make a difference. As you can see, I've started also to remove the green elements from around the photograph. Possibly it was too many colours as well. Maybe just the black, blue and red is enough, as they're the colours that feature in the photographs as well. And things seem to be getting into place a lot quicker now that I've made those changes. So yes, I definitely like the way it spreads across the page. So I'm just making sure that I've all the blue and the red components that I've looked at to see if I can change any of them out, and see if there's any ones that I think are better suited for this page. With so many choices, I really like the banner. That's definitely going to make the final cut, but I do feel there's a gap there below the photographs that I would like to fill. So I'm trying not to have two colours next to each other. I'm trying to space them out. Because the Joy and Believe have got like a candy cane stripe to them, I will use that 25 I've just put back on the sticker sheet, and I will probably back this with the black as well, just to as I bring in the red, to make it stand out a little, but I think I do settle with the black eventually. So I'm still just playing definitely enjoying it a lot more now I'm moving things around, and I've restricted my colour palette, and the 25 makes it. So off camera I have sewn round all the squares and round the photographs just to give them a little bit more definition, and I'm going to add sticky foam pads to the back so that they're all raised off the white cardstock. I've seen people using sheets of foam to go behind their photos. I've never done that, but it's something I'm thinking of trying. Now, using duck egg distress oxide, I'm just lightly painting around the photographs, giving them a little bit more depth. It's only very faint, and it's just to give them like a little bit of a shadow. I've got to be really careful with how much water is mixed with the ink, because it actually starts to make the cardstock bubble a little bit underneath the photographs. So I actually do this over a period of time, allowing it to dry a little in between each section. And this is me adding the final 3 bits down on top of the distress oxide. As you can see, it's very faint, but I do like the way it looks. And I'm back to the banner, the ho ho ho, it needs to be there. So I'm just adding some foam to the back of that before attaching that down. I've just cut the foam pads a little just so that they don't show when the banner's stuck down. And then I'm going to see if there's any other bits and pieces that I want to add. That candy cane was very tempting, but it didn't make the cut. So these are acrylic stars. I've got a box full of acrylic shapes. You can see me digging in it. I was looking for some black ones actually, but I don't seem to. I think I only found a couple. So I decide not to use those. So I stick with the lovely blue and red and the white, and I start moving them around just to add a little bit of depth. I've got a friend that would say add a little bit of chunk to your page, just to give a bit of, make things look a little bit different. So that's what I'm doing as we speak. Here are the close-ups. I hope you've enjoyed this video and how things can change. Please give a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see some more. I've really enjoyed working with this Simple Stories, Simple Vintage North Pole and the Lottie Loves Paper sketch. Thank you.